Hello everyone, welcome back to the final video in our series Deadtime Stories. Here's the whole thing there. We're going to go ahead, like we did with Goosebumps, and do our ranking video, or both individual, and see how we rank them, and see, I think we're going to overlap a lot, but I feel like we might have some differences when it gets to like the least favorites. But one where I'm pretty sure we both agree, or number one, our favorite.
Oh, we're starting with number one.
No, we'll go back to,
Okay.
we'll do it the other way around.
I feel like
better.
that makes more
That
sense.
makes more sense. Alright, so we will do our least favorite. Number 17. My least favorite was Nightmare on Planet X.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird one. You don't like that one?
No.
Not
In my review, I've talked
Not
about
your
how
friend.
that was, just dull. That one was not a good one. That one did not last. So that was my least favorite. Number 11. What was your least favorite?
Ghost Night.
Ghost Night was your least favorite?
I wasn't a fan of Ghost Night. I feel like it was missing a lot of it should have been like twice as long.
Yeah.
If they were to put as much on there, and
Yeah.
I just feel like the golf thing and the phone thing.
And I agree, because my number 16 is Ghost Night. So my next to last is Ghost Night.
My number 16 is Trapped in Tiny Town. Because
Trapped in Tiny
I was not a fan
That one.
of this one. It just wasn't for me.
Sequel that just didn't quite live up to. Mine is pretty close. We're actually close. My number 15 is Trapped in Tiny Town. So,
It's just, there's something missing with that.
Mhm.
Number 15 for me was Along Came a Spider.
Along Came a Spider. Okay.
There were too many leaps in logic for me. It was missing a lot for me. Like, I just wasn't a fan.
Yeah, my number 14 is Welcome to the Terror-Go-Round.
Oh,
My number 14.
really?
Yeah, I really, again,
I like the sound effect. That was nice. Thank you.
Again, I love the premise of this one, but it didn't live up to that premise for me.
Oh, see, I think the premise, like, carried it a little bit further than it should have
Yeah.
for me. My number 14 was Nightmare on Planet X.
That's so much higher.
I thought this was charming. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was ridiculous. Okay, and moving on to, what are we on, 13?
13.
My number 13 is Along Came a Spider. Again, pretty low as well. Higher than yours, but I think we kind of switched
We switched
Nightmare
a
on Planet
couple.
X
Yeah.
and Along Came a Spider is far much, but very similar to what you were saying there.
My number 13 was Terror in Tiny Town, the first of those. I don't like dolls. I don't think they're cute. I don't know.
You just don't
Just
like that?
wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
No Chucky.
Alright, my number 12, we're on now, was Grandpa's Monster Movies.
Wow, that's a lot lower.
Yeah, what, than
Wow.
you thought?
Yeah.
Grandpa's Monster Movies, yeah.
My number 12 is Welcome to the Terror-Go-Round.
Oh, okay.
I liked
Yeah.
it a lot more than
So,
you,
yeah.
but I think the Twilight Zone theme kind of kept my interest, and it would have
Yeah.
been better if it was longer, but still fun. I had a good time with it.
My number 11 is Cyber Scare. Again, I didn't like the cheesiness that you liked in this one.
And my number 11 was also
Oh, really?
Cyber Scare. I think the cheesiness was funny, and that made it higher than some of these other ones that came before it. But again, there are problems with it. Obviously, it would have been much better if this was done by somebody who understood computers and gaming, and
Yeah,
it would have been really cool. But alas, it was not.
My number 10 then is Terror in Tiny Town. So I liked it definitely more needed, but kind of smack dab in the middle for me.
Yeah. I have Grandpa's Monster Movies for number 10 for me. Because, again, I was just so confused. I needed, like, a freaking chart to explain who's who and what they were. Because it was just a little bit confusing for me.
My number 9, which I think you're probably going to have higher, is Grave Secrets.
You don't like Amanda?
I did like it.
How dare
but
you?
It's in the top
dare
half
you?
for me. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Invasion of the Applehead. Something that you
one of
have
the early
probably
ones.
a lot higher.
Yeah.
I liked this. Hocus Pocus is a great movie. But I think, there were better ones. But I did enjoy this. And I know you did too.
Yes. My number 8 is Little Magic Shop of Horrors.
That's funny, because that's my number
Is that
8.
your number 8 too?
too.
They're pretty close, yeah.
This shows its age, though, because they brought a sword to school. That's not okay anymore.
Alright, my number 7, we'll see how much overlap we have now, is Mirror Mirror.
How dare you?
Again, enjoyable, but the premise, I feel like even in kids' stories, was a little overdone.
How
but well done.
dare you?
Let's see number 7.
Number 7 is Night of the Pet Zombies.
Ah, Night of the Pet Zombies, down number 7. I thought
Yeah. Because now we're getting into ones I really like.
Yeah.
And I really like this one. But not as much as some of the other ones.
And moving on to my number 6, we have The Beast Basket.
Oh, I thought that was going to be higher for you.
Yeah.
Really?
Number 6, yep.
Wow. My number 6 is Grave Secrets because
Oh,
Amanda is
okay.
awesome. I loved Amanda. I loved Emily more though because as an adult, the old lady, oh my gosh, so different.
I like this one more than you did because my number 5 is Invasion of the Appleheads.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
I love like witches, and
Do you?
Yes, and I love
How?
the kind of the fall and like apple cider, like that whole premise. Like that feels like if I'm a kid reading these around Halloween time, this is right up my alley.
I love how you have to have things that are like you have to watch Christmas movies at Christmas. I never did that. We never did that growing up.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Revenge of the Goblins.
Oh, Raven, number 5, Revenge of the Goblins.
Yeah, I liked this one a lot, but I liked other ones better.
We can keep that up there because my number 4 is Revenge of the Goblins.
What?
Like a little bit more. Again, I think this is one of the few that had a lot of creativity and its premise like truly worked.
My number 4 is this cover of Feast of Baskerville. I like.
Yes,
Let me know in the
so much
comments
higher. No way.
which one you like better.
Definitely the old one.
Do you like the old one?
Definitely
or
the
new
goofy
one?
goat kid. The goofy goat kid versus the scary
this
one.
Look at that. Ah.
No way. Goofy goat kid.
No.
Alright, moving on to number 3.
Top
That is where I
3.
have Night of the Pet Zombies.
What?
This was one of the most entertaining of all of them. I think this is the second funniest of them.
You just like the goth girl.
She was hilarious. The older sister was hilarious, and her bird and everything. That was fun. I like that one a lot.
My number 3 is Mirror, Mirror.
It's so much higher.
I loved this one. I love that the folklore, that like, I love that. That's just, it's awesome for me. And I feel like this is just such a timeless one. I feel like the top couple are very timeless. They could be any time. The kids definitely seem like 90s kids though. They say no duh. Whatever. But it's great.
Right.
Great, and I love the ending.
And then the top 2, going into this, I assumed we were going to have the same top 2. And
I'm
I think we
assuming.
have them not only same ones, but same order, I feel like.
Yes.
My number 2, is it your number 2?
Yes, that is.
It Came from the Deep. One of those that it's one of the most creative. It's definitely one of the best written ones. Just all around is a good one.
Oh, yeah,
it's
fantastic.
A solid story that
Absolutely.
as a kid we both would have enjoyed.
Yes, most definitely.
And I think No Contest, which I'm very happy that it ended on this note. I think did you even have to consider after
No,
reading it?
no, not at all.
Because for me it was immediate. Also, number
Yeah,
1,
this
the
is-
best one is Fairy Tale.
Yes, it was absolutely amazing, and there's no contest.
Yeah, it was spooky and hilarious, and it's one of these that, as an adult reading like a kid's book, I actually enjoyed reading it. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like I'm reading this to make this series of videos and trying to picture myself in the 90s reading those and like trying to have that mindset, or a kid now reading it. This was, for me, this is the only one in the entire series that, as an adult just reading this outside of that context, I actually have been, alright, this is a fun short story.
Yeah.
I didn't mind reading it just in the context of a kid's book. I just actually enjoyed reading it, which is strange. It
Yeah.
worked.
No,
well.
I put this
It
in
was fun.
with some of the R.L. Stein ones that I think could
Yeah,
be
this
like
is like
some of the
like,
Camp-
like a welcome,
Camp Cold Lake and
welcome to
Welcome to-
Dead House, Haunted Mask, like that kind of
and,
like classic.
Beast-
I think of
Beast
Beast
of
from
the
the
East,
East. Yeah,
like it's up there
a
with
great
like
kids.
really good
story, yeah.
good story.
Yeah,
Not even
fun.
just kids, just good story.
Yeah.
Just a good spooky story. And let us know if you've read any of the series, if you've heard of it,
Yeah.
and what you thought of it, because I had never even heard of this. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, and if you have, like, I would love to hear. I got tons of these in the comments or the Goosebumps videos and the rankings. What are your favorites? Because everyone's got a different experience and different taste.
Yeah.
So I'd love to hear what some of your favorites are down below. Give us a top 5 if you can. That'd be great.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us. Have a good Halloween. And if you've missed those Goosebumps videos, make sure you check them out. It's a whole playlist of those, a whole lot
I did
more.
a lot of them.
And stay tuned because we're also going to be tackling another kids' spooky horror. I wouldn't even call it horror, but like Halloween type themed thing.
It's horror.
It's horror.
It's a
Bunnicula.
vampire bunny.
Yeah.